Good evening. You're now with me, Henry Gui, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak eyes expansion of comprehensive cardiac care with the state's second ever satellite heart centre in SIBU. Prime Minister Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim confirms US President Donald Trump and Chinese Premier Li Qiang will visit Malaysia next month, with Russian President Vladimir Putin also considering a visit. And in world news, NATO Chief Mark Rutte condemns Russia's airspace violation as Poland identifies 19 incursions and downs 3 drones. In an effort to improve access to cardiac care, the Sarawak government is expanding its network of satellite heart centres across the region. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dr. Amar Dr. Sim QIANG says the first satellite centre in Bintulu is already operational. According to him, SIBU has been identified as the next location with infrastructure already in place and is only awaiting installation of medical equipment.
Is the satellite heart center for SIBU. For SIBU, you see, SARAWAK Heart Foundation, right, is donating about 1 million a cardiac MRI. It's waiting for the building to be ready to install it. You see, all and we don't say, oh, wait for the government. You know, the cardiac MRI in SIBU Hospital will be the second cardiac MRI in the whole Sarawak.
At the opening of the first Borneo Health Summit and the 41st Sarawak Health Conference in SIBU today, Dr. Sim reveals that not all MRI machines are capable of performing cardiac-specific scans. That is why the installation of a dedicated cardiac MRI in SIBU Hospital marks a significant leap forward in the state's cardiology services. Referring to the Bintulu Satellite Centre, he says it was established following a 2.5 million ringgit upgrade to the catheterization lab, which now allows patients to undergo procedures like angiograms and angioplasty without needing to be referred to Kuching. This satellite centre is expected to serve over 300 patients annually, improving access to quality cardiac care for Sarawakians. Speaking about the Borneo Health Summit and Sarawak Health Conference, Dr. Sim describes them as significant catalysts in achieving the Health for All goal by the year 2030. In regard to this, he stresses the importance of regional cooperation in developing a more comprehensive Borneo health agenda.
We're gathering here not just for the historical first Borneo Health Summit, not just for the 41st Sarawak Health Conference. You know, it is part of Sarawak nation building, and so I want to thank all of you for spending your time coming together to do something in which a lot of people sometimes don't even realize what you are doing, how important it is. And mind you, in years to come, then you look back, you said the starting point is from today, The thing towards 2030, a better health, right, for all.
At the same time, Dr. Sim emphasizes the need to strengthen cross-border collaboration with Kalimantan and Brunei, especially in tackling infectious diseases like rabies. He notes that rabies is not confined to Sarawak, but is also a regional issue referred to as the immune belt. Therefore, Borneo must unite by sharing resources, strengthening cooperation networks, and developing joint strategies to ensure a higher standard of health across the island.
The Sarawak government is pumping 1.5 billion ringgit into the Betong Division Development Agency to fund projects and drive growth across the region. Deputy Premier Dr. Amar Douglas Ugamba says the money will go toward upgrading clinics and hospitals and building new treatment centres to boost healthcare access.
Betong itu nasib kena kita ada Betong Division Development Agency. Ada peruntukan 1.5 bilion diberi oleh kerajaan TVS. Dari ini wakil rakyat kita sudah memutuskan, for example, Yang Berhormat Datuk Jeneral telah memutuskan untuk mengagihkan 14.5 juta untuk naik taraf klinik mid layan. Tapi cukup, kita tambah lagi. Kita telah mengadakan satu kerjasama yang unik di antara Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia yang sudah meluluskan 16 juta untuk membina klinik baru di SPAU. 16 juta tu cukup, dah cukup ya. Nilai ditambah hari PDDA ni Abang Muhammad tu. Tambah PDDA 20 juta. Jadi 36 juta untuk klinik baru di SPAU.
UGA also stresses the need to increase the number of hemodialysis centre in Betong to meet growing demand.
Kita dah memutuskan membina 3 hemodialysis center. 1 di SPAU, 1 di Bladin, 1 di Kabung. Tiap-tiap kosnya 5 juta. 15 juta.
UGA says at the moment, the state government is paying close attention to Betong Hospital that is in urgent need of upgrades. Patients are often sent to Serikei, Sri Aman or even Kuching because of shortages and limitations.
The Sarawak Delta Geopark cleared a major hurdle last week after winning recognition from the UNESCO Global Geopark Council. Now it's just one step away from full status, a final sign-off by the UNESCO Executive Board when it meets in Paris in May 2026. Sarawak Deputy Minister for Urban Planning, Land Administration and Environment, Dr. Len Talif Saleh says the odds of getting that approval are extremely high.
Kebanyakannya kalau telah dilulus di peringkat pertama ini, di peringkat council on technicalities, insyaAllah ia dapat diluluskan akan diterimakan oleh executive board inilah. Almost 99.99% lah dapat diterima lah. Dan banyak jugalah komen-komen dari kedua assessor ini. Dan tapi kebanyakan komen-komen ini merupakan very minor. Dari segi kelemahan dia minor, dari mana dapat diperbaiki.
When met by the media after officiating the second Natural Science and Technology Conference NASTEC earlier today, Len Talif said the official inscription by UNESCO will bring massive benefits to Sarawak.
Kerana di sini kita akan meningkatkan prestige kawasan ini kepada seluruh dunia. Ia akan seterusnya akan memberi peluang daripada advertisement lah untuk sebagai ekoturism, dan keduanya sebagai satu kawasan dapat digunakan sebagai penyelidikan, research, sama ada research dalam geologi, research dalam flora and fauna, dan research dari segi society, masyarakat dan sebagainya.
On September 8, the Sarawak Delta Geopark was recognized as a UNESCO Global Geopark at the 10th Council meeting in Temuco, Chile.
Hello there and welcome back. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim confirms that US President Donald Trump and Chinese Premier Li Qiang will visit Malaysia next month in conjunction with the 47th ASEAN Summit. Speaking at the 50th Golden Jubilee dinner of M-Bank Group in the capital, Anwar also revealed that Russian President Vladimir Putin is seriously considering a visit to Malaysia, following his recent meeting with the Malaysian leader in Beijing.
President Donald Trump called and informed me that he's visiting Malaysia next month to coincide with the ASEAN meeting, and Premier Li Qiang will also be there. President Putin met me in Beijing and said he's seriously considering coming to Malaysia. When the society, the private sector, the public sector, and the civil society, the public at large, love this country, wants us to succeed, we will, the international community would invariably appreciate, and it will benefit immensely our people.
Anwar reiterates that these high-level visits highlights Malaysia's growing geopolitical significance, even amid global uncertainty.
Now on global affairs, NATO chief Mark Rutte slammed Moscow's reckless behavior after Russian drones violated Polish airspace and hailed the alliance's very successful reaction to counter the incursion. Denouncing it as large-scale provocation, Poland says it has identified 19 violations of its airspace and shot down at least 3 drones after scrambling aircraft alongside allies.
The North Atlantic Council met this morning and discussed the situation in light of Poland's request for consultations under Article 4 of the Washington Treaty. Allies expressed solidarity with Poland and denounced Russia's reckless behavior. A full assessment of the incident is ongoing. What is clear is that the violation last night is not an isolated incident.
Poland gathered its NATO allies for urgent talks today after Russian drones flew into Polish airspace in an overnight attack on Ukraine. Russian drones and missiles have entered the airspace of NATO members, including Poland, several times during Russia's 3.5-year war, but a NATO country has never attempted to shoot them down.
Wrapping up the Nightline, French officials say 3 people died and 3 others went missing in 2 separate incidents as migrants tried to cross the English Channel. The tragedies, which occurred in northern France from Tuesday to today, bring the death toll this year to at least 23.
The 3 victims, a female and 2 males, were found presumed crushed to death at the bottom of an overcrowded boat off Sangate. Migrants were rescued around 5 a.m. and brought to Boulogne-sur-Mer. 3 survivors were taken to hospital. An investigation has been launched. In another incident near Neufchâtel-Hardelot, 3 migrants disappeared at sea on Tuesday night. 1 person was rescued by police, but others remained missing. Channel crossing have long strained relationships between France and Britain. So far this year, more than 30,000 migrants have attempted the dangerous journey.
Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.